2023. Distinguished gentlemen of the press, I humbly welcome you all to our media briefing to continue in the matter arising on issues of the fake presidential results released by Inec in support of the APC to remain in office, even when the voting machines have already proved that the APC presidential candidate lost the elections. It should interest you to know that the 2023 presidential election, which was characterized by irregularities and electoral abuse via its conduct by Inec and President Muhammadu Buhari himself, will not be accepted by the Nigerian people because in all its ramifications, it is wrong to ask the real winners of the election to go to court when the Electoral Act says there should be a review opportunity of the votes collated, counted, and announced in units, wards, local government areas, and states with the complaints by party agents which we witness at the National Coalition Center on national television with redress. And moreover, the Electoral Act also provides that the announcement of the final result has a time frame of 7 days or more, which gave rooms for the review of any case while collation process is still on course. All these were not seen at any point by the National Coalition Officer, who is also the National Chairman of Inec, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu. So therefore, we call on Inec and its leadership to redeem their worldwide shameful and disgraceful image as a true independent electoral body, to immediately review the Bvas results on their portal and check the corresponding figure difference which they announced earlier, so that the correct figures can enjoy the values for a fresh announcement of the winner in the capacity of the personality of Mr. Peter Obi of the Labour Party, respectively, as the case may be. We also asked the Nigerian youths, women, and people who voted for Mr. Peter Obi not to accept the outcome of these elections because Inec played a kangaroo game in the release of the final results in favor of the APC. Your acceptance of these fake presidential results by Inec will continue to keep the democracy of Nigeria in the dark forever. Remember that your vote is your power to choose whoever you want to lead you as a people. And if you don't come out in a peaceful manner to protest this wickedness, these political criminals of Nigeria will continue to surcharge you and your children upon the fourth generation and forever. The time for you as a people to peacefully protest is now. Your protest must be very peaceful and cordial in a manner so that your voices can be heard by the government, who have worked with Inec to steal the mandate you gave to Peter Obi because they want to remain in power by all means. We also call on the international community. We are talking about the United Nations, European Union, African Union, ECOWAS, and all international bodies to call on President Muhammadu Buhari, the Inec leadership, and the APC government to order so that Nigeria could not be finally thrown into a political dustbin where democracy is seen and treated as nothing. Nigeria belongs to all of us, and nobody is more Nigerian than any of us put together. Democracy is our chosen system of government, and we, as a people, must adhere to the true norms of democracy so that, as a nation, we can enjoy the dividends of democracy at the same time. President Muhammadu Buhari promised Nigerians and the world a transparent, credible, free and fair elections which the world didn't see because he himself violated it when he voted for the APC in his hometown in Daura by the scene video where he openly and practically operated an open ballot system instead of our normal Electoral Act approved secret open ballot system. That alone, Nigerians are calling for the cancellation of these elections, or the original winner of the elections provided by the Bvas result in the capacity of Peter Obi should be announced as president-elect, meaning that Ahmed Bola Tinubu's return certificate is fake, and we are not accepting him as president-elect. No matter what it is, this country does not belong to the APC alone. The Nigerian people are angry, and we, as an independent electoral monitoring group with an international capacity, we have decided to say this. In fact, the action by President Muhammadu Buhari was a signal to Inec leadership on who to announce as the president-elect. If you allow a president-elect, and if you allow us to speak further, the president has done it wrong again by giving a signal to the INEC chairman when he voted in Daura of who should be president of Nigeria. For us, in the Vote Must Count international initiative, that is an abuse of power and will not be accepted if our democracy needs to grow. This APC government is practically a disrespecter of the rule of law by every action. And the body language we have seen since 2015 by President Buhari when he took over power from the PDP, therefore making the people of Nigeria to have no trust for justice each time the judiciary is saddled with the right to administer judgment on issues of national interest. The courts have continued to remain powerless in Nigeria, with President Muhammadu Buhari's administration have recorded a very high percentage in the display of the disrespect for the rule of law, and one of such cases is the matter of the final judgment passed by the Supreme Court on the financial terrorism action carried out by the CBN governor and supported by President Muhammadu Buhari himself, leaving the ordinary Nigerian on the streets to continue to suffer by buying back their own hard-earned money before they can have cash to feed themselves and their families in the name of an illegal redesigned money policy. However, it is very clear that the APC and its leadership do not understand what it takes to handle democratic influence, so therefore should not be allowed to continue in office in all ramifications. And if this secret and open ballot system violation by President Buhari repeats itself again as we move closer to the governorship and the state assemblies election across Nigeria, it will practically be a serious concern for the rule of the game of democracy in Nigeria. Fellow Nigerians, We call on you all to stand strong in the defense of the Nigerian democracy by coming out again this time to prove that your vote must count at a time in our national history. If you know you came out to vote during the National Assembly and presidential elections, it is time for you to showcase that same zeal, to come out even with much more love for country, to vote for the real change. Let's help vote for individuals with capacity to restore the fallen pillars of our democracy by all means. For those who voted